Let's save a 100-year-old pothos. I made this. So this is a wet stick from a very old pothos that I decided to cut up. It had one really long vine with no new growths. So we are going to pot them up today. I'm going to take, I'm gonna do 2 little ones. This root system is really long and I think ready to get into soil. It's okay that there's still perlite in it because there's perlite in our mix. I'm gonna do this one. And then I'm gonna do this guy as well. 2 really long roots. So when you use perlite to propagate, it's very similar to soil, regardless of airflow. So it's a lot easier to transplant from perlite to soil. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so here's my roots. This. Okay, get some soil. I don't want to make a mess. So when we stuck this in the perlite, the only thing that existed was this vine. This leaf, this growth point did not exist, and this root did not exist, right? It was just this vine and this node, okay? So we are going to dig him a little home in here. Okay, I'm in there. I'm also gonna bury the wet stick or the vine as well. Okay, let's also add this guy in here. Put it up here so you can see. Ah. Moving things. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 in here just so they can develop together and make one big plant eventually. And we're carefully gonna do that guy's along. It's got a big stem. Okay. Oh, I need more. I need more soil. A little more in there. I'm gonna bury him. Oh no, we're making a mess. Okay, and then I'm gonna put him in this tray to water. Ah. I'm just making a mess at this point. Okay, now he is propagation from wet stick and used in perlite. Spraying them some water, and hopefully these roots should be pretty strong and very similar in soil than they are in perlite. I'm gonna give them a good watering, get them kind of stuck in there. I'm going to put some more soil on top. Okay. So this is, this is one propagation from the 100-year-old Pothos. Keep them here. I'm gonna keep these guys a little bit longer to develop roots. Just kind of the experiment. If for some reason this guy doesn't do well, I know I have about 10 more to play with. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy out of the way. I'm gonna ground for now. Let's cover up that. And now I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna do probably one more because I don't have any more soil. And this soil is, oh man, I didn't label it. 3 parts peat moss, 1 part perlite and 1 part vermiculite. Could be wrong, but it does the job. Kind of just sticking my hand in here, making it easier since I'm running out. Okay. I love the smell of soil. It makes me happy. Okay, so I got this one. I could go get some more and mix it in there. So now I'm gonna do so this is not the 100-year-old Pothos. This is, oh my, this is a dried out root right here. He was not getting water. But this guy is. You can see this root right here from the node. I'm gonna actually chop this one off because he was very dried out. So the difference between this and wet sticks, well, the wet sticks was 1, I propagated this in water. So this is a water root. It's not gonna be as strong when we propagate it into soil, just because it's been living in water for months now, whereas the perlite and soil are very similar in regards to like drainage, and the roots are just a lot more similar, if that makes sense. And you can kind of tell that this guy is a little bit skinnier and longer, but either way, it works. So I'm gonna dig a little bit of a hole. Stick him in here. And I want to cover the node. I want to make sure that is covered up and nice and snug. I'm gonna lean this guy off to the side a little bit. The node in the root is covered. Then same with this guy. I'm actually gonna, here's the new root from the node. You can really tell the difference because these are a little bit skinnier than what we just saw. And these were propagated around the same time, just from a different plant. I'm gonna dig him in here as well. I think I'm gonna go straight to the side here. Get him in there, get him buried. And I'm gonna cover him up a little more with dirt. water him. Getting him watered in. Now for this one, I'm gonna remember that it's water propagated because I'm gonna try to keep him pretty moist for a while he's getting used to his new home in the soil. So I'm gonna get him pretty wet. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt in here. Okay. So we're gonna keep him moist. We're gonna keep him in the water. They're kind of bottom watering right now as well. Here. Okay. I don't really like how they're sticking out there. Kind of faces kind of an odd way, but regardless, when they get bushier, they'll have leaves start to go every which way. So we'll hang tight for now. The reason why these are a lot smaller is because we started these just as those vines. There was no growth on it, whether that was root or the leaf. And then with these, we started it, we took a cutting and this leaf was already established. And we just established the roots. So this established both the roots and the leaf. This was just establishing the roots. What else can propagate? One really firm root. Nothing, this is a little, uh-oh. Piece is a little slimy. Oh, no it's not, we're good. It's just part of the root. So I'm just checking to make sure like none of this falls off easily. Making sure the roots are good and clean, which I haven't really propagated much monsteras. But it looks like a good root to me. So I'm actually gonna place him hanging this way. And then this guy I'm gonna bury a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. Making a mess. Sorry, cats. Cats. Okay, I'm gonna get some. I'm not left-handed, I have a shoulder injury, and I'm not really supposed to use it. So we're gonna start with the bigger one because he's got a bigger stem. Kind of dig the hole. I want to get, so the root is all the way up here. I want to get that under. So I'm gonna bury him pretty good. Oh, I look goofy doing that. He's in there nice and firm. Now really I can make these into two different plants and let them grow, but I kind of want a more fuller one from the beginning. So I'm gonna sneak this guy in here as well. And I know, well, at least from what I've heard and my experiences, monsteras like to be tight. They don't like to have a lot of room, and that's how root rot gets born. I kind of planted this guy a little goofy looking. He looks a little goofy, but he will prosper. Okay, I'm gonna put him in here, give him some water. And same with this one, since he was a water root, I'm gonna keep an eye on him and make sure he's moist for a little bit to establish his soil roots. Nice and low. Let's get some. This guy's a little bit brown on the leaf. I'm gonna let him live for now. But I will do some clipping. Okay, I have some more soil. What else do I have propagating? Let me get some more. I'm looking behind me, that's not where my props are. Well, I don't have any more nursery pots right now, so we're gonna wait. I always pot in nursery pots and then find like a decorative pot. This is also from the really old Pothos. So this guy is from the same plant as this guy. And this was potted earlier today. He is a water root, so I'm really gonna make sure to keep him moist for the time being. And he did not come from wet sticks. He came with the leaves already and just made the roots. This is a Hoya that I had propagating in water for months. And I actually don't have much experience with Hoyas, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. But he was in water. I'm gonna add a little bit more soil because he's peeking through. Okay. And then some spider plant babies that I propagated in water. So they're in need of some more water right now because I can see that they're kind of dry. I propagated them probably a week ago. Yeah, I need to give them some more water. I've only ever done spider plant babies in water. I call them babies because it comes from one of those plants right behind me. And I've gotten so much from her. Let me get some more water. Ouch. Oops, it broke my pillow. Okay, let's give these guys some more water. Spider plant. Okay, yeah, these guys were really dry, which normally for a spider plant, I can get away with not watering them for a little bit, but since they were just propagated, I want to make sure they're establishing their soil roots because they were from water. Okay, so let's see. So basically what I'll do now is, did I water this guy? Yes, I did. With all these propagations, I'm gonna let them sit. I think it's time to move one spider plant. This guy's doing pretty well. He's got a little bit of brown leaves, but that's normal. I just got water all down my shirt. This one's actually going to a friend, but normally when I propagate, I'll put them in these little nursery pots and I'll keep an eye on them. I'll put them in like my prop section for a little bit. And then when I think they're established, I'll find like a nursery pot and not a nursery pot, I'll find like a decorative pot, like I have a lot of those. And then I'll place them in there and I'll put them in their spot in the house. Yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 new babies. I also have, I probably have over 100 propagations that are ready to be transplanted. And the cool thing about that is I can let them sit and grow even bigger roots. I don't need to worry about getting them transplanted right now. I would like to. I have some ideas for where my pothoses are gonna go. Same with these spider plants. The Hoya, I'm really just experimenting because I didn't really know what it's gonna do. I don't even know if this is how Hoyas like to propagate. I did zero research on Hoyas. But anyway, I'm gonna keep my spider plants in here. And my Hoya. These are safe for cats. And same with the Hoya. These are not safe for cats. And I have 2 baby kitties. They're not babies. I have 2 cats and I do not want them to get a hold of those. So I'm gonna put these back upstairs and I'm gonna clean up. Ignore the cat toys, but this is the Hoya mother plant I propagated from. I absolutely love her, and I love her little plant stand too. I just feel like it looks really good. And this is the Monstera Swiss cheese I propagated from. It used to vine up that kind of fake moss pole. Oh, excuse me. And then it was getting really viney, so that's when I cut it and started to propagate. And this is currently my prop station. I moved this because if it was right there, I felt like my cats could get it and I don't want them to knock everything down. So here is the 2 100-year-old Pothoses. I'm going to label those tomorrow, but I know they're off to the side right here. I got more prop boxes. Lots of Pothos. Lots of philodendron up there. These are ranunculus. This is for the garden. It's just, I don't have room in my greenhouse. And same with those. So they're in here getting light. I keep these lights on an 8-hour timer. But yeah, that's the setup.